got our podcast, thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it Pressman coverage. Pressman coverage.
Welcome into Pressman Coverage, a podcast dedicated to you, the fan. This week's episode, we are breaking down the Tennessee Titans versus Los Angeles Rams game that just happened this past Sunday. Titans falling 33-19. There are a few major takeaways from this game that we want to dive into, but before we jump into anything, as always, got to introduce the crew. Lost in the sauce. What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Man, a little sour, man. You know what I'm saying? Side hurt. They put that belt on us. You know what I'm saying? Old Matthew Stafford sat back and just did what he want. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you wanted.
You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, man, it's a good day. We seen some promise. Shout out to the Pressman crew, man. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into it later. Lim's a little famous, you know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
But nonetheless, man, appreciate all the support, man. We here to recap today, man, and thank y'all for everybody that's been tapping in. I think Lim, he'll discuss the subscribers where we at right now, just an update, and man, we're so grateful, man. This is a blessing, man. Like, just something that we just kind of started out of passion. It's a blessing watching it grow. You know what I mean? But we here, man.
Cody, talk to the people.
Yeah, you know it's not a blessing? Watching this damn team on Sundays. It's another somber Monday, boys. So, look, Callahan's now 3-16. There's John 3-16. Austin 3-16. Callahan 3-16 says, I'm in over my head.
No, but seriously. Goodness, man. Yeah, it's a red wine type of night for you, Cody.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all do it
Turn it
sober,
up, buddy.
boys. It's hard, boy.
Man, well, look, it's rough. Let's go ahead and just dive into it. Oh man, look, so
Where's morale, Lim? Tell us where you
I'm
at.
just going to talk about.
Yeah, you were there. I mean, give us how it was like in the stadium.
I know how
the
it felt at
stadium
home.
was the Titans Stadium for the last 600 days. Which
Can I guess?
Take a shot, please.
Hopeful. We make a couple plays. Hope stays. Second half starts. Things start going bad. People start leaving. That's
about it. You know, everybody's hyped to see Cam, hyped to see the future, hyped to see the Titans play in general for the first time at home. You know, having a first half with a few major plays and things that like were true wow moments, you know, and start off the second half even with that continuing, kicking a field goal, you know, like, oh, okay, you know, we're here to fight, and then here it comes. And you know what really was deflating is, you know, I say we, but everybody in the stands was ready to defend their team for the entire game. Every single time the Rams offense came on the field, we were ready to go. 40-yard chunk play to start off. Like, it was like absolutely ridiculous what they were doing. And, you know, there's a few things to really pick out, but overall, you know, it's not the best place to be in terms of a stadium experience. If I'm just being totally transparent, you know, it's more about just the overall vibe that happens once we get down. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even before we are down 2 scores. Once we were down 4, you know, I think the general sense was same song, different day. You know, it was rough.
It's like, rough. You know, there's no coming back, man. I mean, it's the same way watching that TV, dude. Everything, I mean, it just looks so difficult. This team is so hard to watch. Like, they don't lose like in shootouts. Everything. I mean, they scored what? Was it 13 or 16 points in the first half?
I think it was 13-10. Is that
so
what the score was
13-10? I mean, you think they'd be on the verge for 20, and they can't get it. They can't do it, man. It's just such a hard team to watch, man. It really is. And I don't know about y'all, but I am revising my prediction for the record of this team, dude. I've had them at 6. I don't see a way, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I'm not ready to revise yet, only because I had us losing these first two games. I mean, I know last week I said we are going to win, but in our season predictions, I had us losing the first two games. I sipped a little bit of hopium before last episode, and it got to my head. It's still in my bloodstream a little bit.
Like we almost had them right there in the first.
This upcoming week, and this isn't a preview episode, so we won't dive into a lot of it. But I'll say this is like one of those turning point games for me, and I'll tell you why. Like, it really depends on how we look in this game. If I'm being totally transparent, if we lose this game in like a true down to the wire fashion, there's not a lot of big coaching blunders or whatever, and we just lose the game, I'm okay with that. But if it looks like we're outmatched, like we did with the Rams, I'm going to be pretty upset. Like, this Colts game is a winnable game on our schedule, and there's not many of it. So this for me is kind of the game where I'm like, okay, yeah, if we're 0-3 and we've got whooped by all three teams, and the Colts look very good. They look
formidable.
They're the first team in the modern French NFL history to not have to punt in their first two games. Like, they have a group coming in. But let me not get to the preview. But this is like legit this is upcoming week is my pivotal thing. But I can understand why you feel that way. I'm darn near close to saying it right now.
Yeah.
But
what about you, Randy?
I mean, hey, man. Buckle up, fellas. We still on pace. We still on pace.
Hey, the Chiefs are 0-2 as well. The Chiefs are 0-2.
0-2. Now, should I get into my hot take? Should I get into my take right now?
Let's just go ahead and drop it. Go ahead and drop it. Who cares?
Okay. So, when I sat and watched this game, I mean, I have a lot of thoughts, and we'll dive into it, but it was a couple of things that just kind of went through my mind, man. And I want to play a little game with you guys, right? So I had to kind of pace myself and realize that it could always be worse. Let's start there. It could always be worse. For me, we're still on pace for that 11 game. You know what I'm saying? we have plenty of room to get that 11 dubs, right? I mean, we still got a chance.
Snail's pace.
Now, I had to be realistic. I did call us, creating an upset with the Broncos and possibly the Rams. You know what I'm saying? But I realized very, very quickly that it is different tiers and it's a different echelon. Like, it's just different. Callie kind of exposed himself a little bit in this game that he still has a lot to learn. He still has a lot to grow from and a lot to adjust on the fly. Now, before we get into more of like Callie and what he could have done better in this game, I want to preface and say that in this game in particular, this was a lot better and a lot more digestible than the Broncos game. He didn't make any like egregious calls that was like, Callie, what are you doing? All right, fire him tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we still should have got better, but we'll get there. Now I want to play a little game of Would You Rather. Okay? I want you guys to interact with me.
Okay,
first.
I'm ready. I love this game.
Would you rather?
know why that I love this game got me. It just that killed me.
Man.
I don't know.
Okay, so I wrote a couple of teams down, man, and y'all just tell me, would you rather? Would you rather be the Bears or the Titans right now?
Bears.
Really?
I'll probably say Titans.
I say Titans.
I think the Bears
I'd
probably
rather have,
feel,
explain
the Bears,
give me. Go ahead, Liam.
The Bears probably feel like, I just think Caleb Williams could potentially not be the franchise guy. That's why I probably would prefer not to be the Bears. But go ahead, Cody.
I mean, I like Caleb Williams still. And to me, I would just rather have Ben Johnson. I mean, I'd rather have Ben Johnson. I think he's a much better coach than Brian Callahan. Is he 0-2? Yeah, he's 0-2 as well. Yeah.
I guess tell me your. No, I'm not even being funny.
Well, I think to me, it's just I'm still got the thought of like him on the Lions and just how great the Lions were and how that offense was. I just visualize how that could look if we get better pieces, or the Bears got better pieces around him.
Yeah.
To me, I see a lot of the same issues for the Bears, and for me, they look a lot shinier and a lot prettier. They look like they should be in winning condition. The Titans look like, you can visibly see their holes. You could see where they have issues and inexperience at. For me, you know what I'm saying? So in my case, I would be way more frustrated as a Bear fan than a Titans fan because we've been seeing what it is and we've been trying to fight ourselves out the hole. The Bears look like, I mean, how many top 10 picks or 11 picks? What they get a Doomsday, Caleb in the same draft? What else? I mean, they've been racking up. They got DJ Moore. What else? I mean, they got all the pieces around them, and they still can't figure it out.
No, I agree, but I still think I would just take the potential of what Ben Johnson could be with the Bears over what I already know what the Titans are.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My next pick
over what we got.
Yeah, man. I mean, they got Odunze in the second round. We got Femi.
Hey.
I think they traded up for Odunze. Odunze was
they did.
Pick.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah,
2
man.
years ago. They traded up to like 11, I think.
That's the same draft we got JC. So yeah, they got a Odunze in that draft. All right, man. Next team. Would you rather be the Miami Dolphins or the Tennessee Titans?
Ooh,
both coaches are getting fired.
Oh, both of them are done.
I think Miami has much more offensive talent than what we have.
Yeah.
And they don't look much better. I think they've scored less points than us this year, which is a pretty shocking thing to say. I would probably say I would rather be the Titans because I do think quarterback is a big factor in this. And we have younger weapons that we can see growing into something. They have weapons on the opposite side. And their weapon is going to either find a way to be fake injured in the next couple of weeks or find a way to be traded. One of the two was about to happen from Tyreek, whether they like it or not.
Go ahead, Cody. I'll let you go.
Yeah, I would take the Titans situation. I mean, just because I don't have to deal with Tua, I got Cam.
I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm the same way, man. I'm looking at it as like they're on the ascension of the decline. Like their plan didn't work. We're trying to climb our way out. So I'm going Titans there too. Now I'm 2 for 2 on my Titans bias, but hey, man, you know what I'm saying. Last one, New Orleans Saints. Would you rather be the New Orleans Saints or the Tennessee Titans?
I gotta be the Titans just because as talentless as we are. Talent
they may be worse.
You want to call it. They may be worse. I legit cannot name a player of the caliber of Jeffrey Simmons on their team.
Man,
I don't know.
Who they got? They got Hayward. They got somebody. The Saints. Don't they got somebody in the middle that's pretty good?
Oh, they used to. I don't know if he's even still playing.
He may not be.
It's not Hayward. Hayward is the Steelers, but I can't remember. It was an edge rusher that they had that was always pretty solid. Oh, I can't. He always took the crazy pictures too. Anyways, it'll come to me eventually. But yeah, man, I like the exercise though, man. I mean, there are some teams that have it worse. And one of the things I do want to make sure I talk about from this game in particular was Cam Ward's performance. Was it a perfect performance? No. He missed a few throws. There were times where I felt like he held onto the ball a little bit too long. Things, in terms of holding on to the ball, that was one of his knocks coming into college. But his general pocket presence is something it just stands out so much to me. It's such a stark contrast from what we've experienced for the last 4 or 5 years prior to him. And just the arm talent, it's much different. I think Will Levis had a talented arm, but to me, arm talent also factors in the brain of the arm. You know what I mean? And I think
the brain of the arm.
It's like, do I think if Will Levis just had one goal of hey, run this way and throw it back the other way, can you make this pass? He can do it, but the timing will be a little bit off. He'll do it a second late, or just whatever it is. And I think that's one of the things that I really appreciated about Cam is that, and it's pure leadership, man. He threw that touchdown pass. Watching the sideline angle of that, of him ripping off his helmet, that right there was
said that's what the F I do.
That is absolutely I love that type of energy, man. I'm ready, man. That just turned me up. My gosh, man. That right there just turned me up, man, because I want my quarterback to be that so bad. The problem is I also want my coach to be that so bad. And he can't.
That's the problem, man. It's the play wasn't drawn up that way.
It wasn't. He bailed us out back.
I mean, that play was all Cam Moore, dude. That had nothing to do with the coach.
That
was all Cam.
All him and Elic, man.
I don't know.
Y'all seen Elic with the catch off the side of the helmet?
Yeah, he looked good.
Oh my God,
Elic
he's gonna be a
showed me
stud.
that he can be, and I'm not saying that this is his limit, but at minimum, I think he can be a solid wide receiver too. Like he could be our T. Higgins in the future.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that he can't be above that. I'm not saying anything of the sort. But what I'm saying is like that's
he has
the
that
play
upside.
style. He can be the guy who can go up and make contested catches. We haven't had that in a very long time. Like I don't think people realize like D-Hop made really tough catches, but he wasn't necessarily a contested catch guy. Julio Jones didn't catch the ball at all. He was just on the field sometimes. A.J. Brown was probably the most recent contested catch guy, and the way his contested catches worked are a little bit different than Elic Ayomanor. Ayomanor is kind of high pointing the football, snatching it from you, using my size and strength. A.J. Brown was more of a fight through you, hand fight and physically get the ball. Just a little different way. But it's really cool to have a weapon like that, especially where we drafted him being a 4th-round pick. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And man, Chimere DK, man. I mean, I'm gonna let Cody take it away, but bro, he's bringing so much juice to this team. Like, I am impressed with this guy, and I just can't wait to see how they utilize him more in the offense. And it's like, yeah, Cody, go ahead before I get off on my team.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do we have a top 3 special teams in the NFL?
Bones might have flipped it that quick. I'm not.
I mean,
joking.
just like it's
on
kind of
both
insane.
sides, though.
Like
the punts have been excellent. The returns have been excellent.
We
Go
blocked
ahead,
the
Cody.
kick. We even blocked the kick. I mean, and that was to me, that was a bogus. I know it's probably like in the rule book you can't hit him that way, but to me that's just such a bogus call, dude.
Me
like,
too, man.
I mean, what's he supposed to just walk out there like with his arms just out? Like, what are we talking about?
And it wasn't blindside. He saw him coming. Like he tried to shake a little bit. Like what? How was it a blindside block that you see coming? Make it make sense, NFL.
I mean, that would be like our first kick return or punt return for a touchdown in like 10 years or something. Like
something like that.
So much juice in that stadium. Man.
But yeah, I think I think DK. I think he needs to get a little cleaner. Picking up the ball, catching the ball. I think that would be my one critique. But I mean, once he gets the ball in his hands, I mean, he's electric.
He is, man.
You know what?
Had that in a long time.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, man, to kind of pick on Cali a little bit. Like, it's kind of irritating me a little bit that like Chimere has this much talent and we're not using him more than like in gadget plays.
Well, he got him 5 targets. I mean, I'll give him that. He got 5
but
targets.
It's like behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, he
instead
had
of like
a few out there running, like he had, I think 3 of his 5 were past the line of scrimmage in the actual route. But I think that part of it is like his specialty is deep crossers, and our specialty is not blocking long enough for a deep crosser to work.
yeah.
I think that's also part of it, man.
I know we're kind of just kind of going off the rails and kind of just going free flowing, dude. I hate this offensive line.
At this point, who cares anything about?
I hate this offensive line. I hate it.
Literally. Oh man. And you know what I hate equally?
I had them for 35 sacks. I thought they were gonna be good. They're horrible.
It's horrible, man. And the thing that I don't like is like we're not horrible with all of our pieces. So I can't say we need personnel changes. You know what I mean? Like we're not horrible with JC Latham. I mean, don't get me wrong. When JC Latham was in the game, we weren't blocking well. But like I want to see multiple weeks with the same starting 5, the starting 5 we projected, and see what that looks like. Like give them multiple weeks, let them build, against these Colts that don't have necessarily the best pass rush. I would have loved to see a full starting offensive line, and we may be 3 out of 5 starters coming into this next game with Blake Hans probably having to fill in for Zeitler with the elbow injury. I don't know how long it's going to be. I haven't seen a report come out yet. We haven't gotten to that spot in the week, but like, I just hate that it's broken up so much.
It's horrible.
Rough. It's rough.
I mean, you may know this better than I do. Why was Ojokwu in the game? Like, wouldn't that be Oli Udo's spot? Like, did we bring Oli Udo in from free agency?
We did bring him in, and I think that Oli Udo did not play well enough in his fill-in moments in the Broncos where they wanted to try somebody different.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, how worse could it get?
Look at the disgust.
To go over the PFF numbers, you've got Dan Moore with a 60 overall,
Jesus.
This is just the overgrade. 2 pressures, 1 sack. Skoronski, 2 pressures, a 62 score. Cushenberry, a score of 31, 4 pressures, 1 sack. Kevin Zeitler, 1 pressure, a score of 55. Blake Hance was our highest rated lineman at a 69.7 at 1 pressure. I think Ajoku was in the teens with 5 pressures and 2 sacks. And then 1 sack was attributed to Cam Ward. I think that was a sack where he scrambled and I think ran out of bounds, I think. He ran out of bounds like 2 yards before the line of scrimmage, and it was considered a sack or something like that. Either he dove down right before, one of the two. But that one's the one I got attributed to him. The fumble got attributed to somebody else.
It's just so bad, man. It's just so disheartening, dude. I mean, we had so much hope. Like,
yep.
You know how you said how, week 1's a liar, dude. The preseason's a freaking liar because we thought that we had something with this offensive line. And I mean, from Jump Street, week 1, it's been horrible. 11 sacks in 2 weeks or something like that. I mean, it's just depressing. I don't know. It's just depressing.
I hope to see what it looks like. This is not an excuse for how they played, but I want to see how much better, if they play better against all defensive lines that aren't top 5 defensive lines. I just want to see, okay, are those defensive lines just that good that they shred us and they're going to shred everybody else? Or are we just that bad? Are we at least going to regress to the mean? Are we going to at least regress to being around average versus being the worst pass blocking group in the league when we don't have to play against, 2 of maybe the top 3 pass rushing groups? The unfortunate thing is in week 4, we probably play the other 3rd best pass rushing group being the Texans. But that's a different conversation for a different
Where
day.
is Bill Callahan?
Man.
Bill is he's ready to retire.
Like, what is going on?
He said, I'm good. I appreciate y'all. I brought y'all Bertha. Y'all should be thanking me. I'm good. I'm good. And at this point, we've had 3 or 4 different offensive line coaches over the last few years. None of them have figured it out. We might be cursed. I don't know what's going on.
It may just be a jinx. I mean, all the draft capital that we spent on, none of them have worked out. And
none of them look like bad picks. Skoronski's look fine. Not fine. Skoronski's look better than fine. Let me not discount Skoronski.
Mm-hmm.
Skoronski's look really good in basically the last 15 weeks of play straight. Maybe that's a little exaggeration. Maybe at least 10 weeks. But, it's one of those things where Cushenberry has been one of our lowest graded offensive linemen in almost every game that he's played. He doesn't give up a ton of sacks, but the pressures have been there, and he hasn't created a lot of movement. Sure, you're coming off injury. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of grace for that, but not enough. You're out on the field, and you said you're ready to go, so that's what we expect. Kevin Zeitler has been just solid. I felt like he would be good. Not great, but good, but I think he's just been solid, average. And JC in that first game wasn't looking good. I know one of the major sacks he gave up was the play he injured himself, but it's one of those where it's like, come on, man. Come on. You're supposed to be our stalwart tackle, and the other guy's supposed to be who we have to help. Well, now he's hurt. We got to help everybody, especially John Ojukwu. Goodness gracious. Dan Moore was much better this game than he was last. This game was what I expected Dan Moore to be against a top-tier guy. Give up a sack, give up 2 or 3 pressures, get on to the next game. I'm just average. I'm going to win some reps. You'll get me once or twice, and that's it. I didn't think he was going to be a you don't get me at all type of guy. He wasn't that with the Steelers, even in his best games. But, it's a pretty interesting way to look at it, just the fact that I asked this morning to Ramon Foster. I asked him, hey, he mentioned that he thinks it takes a month for offensive lines to gel. And I said, well, does that account for injuries? He was like, no. You're going to need a month for that offensive line to gel, 4 games for that offensive line to gel when they're all together. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if we're going to get that this year.
Man.
And that's the rough part of where we're at from offensive line perspective.
I mean, and Njoku, I mean, he was, I mean, penalties right off the rip. And kind of made me laugh. Skoronski, he was just like, what do you guys say for the penalties, all the false starts? He's like, I mean, don't jump off sides.
Don't do it. It's that simple.
The snap count.
And for me, the coach plays a part in penalties and so forth. I also respect the same thing that a few of the guys said in the locker room about it. Like, hey, we're grown men. We get paid. We also have to play our part. Like, come and a lot of those false starts, it wasn't a rush play. They had been already sitting there for 3 or 4 seconds. You know what the snap count is. Come on. I know you're nervous, dog, but you're like,
yeah. One of them was like he was trying to do like the Chiefs thing that the Chiefs always get away with.
Trying to get a little extra.
He did.
You need more than that, John. I promise you that.
Golly.
Goodness gracious, man. But one thing I do want to talk about, and also I want you to kind of comment on it a little bit because I know we've spoken about this. On the defensive side, our pass rush has been virtually non-existent. We have not got many. I think we had, if I'm not mistaken, let me see if I can find it real quick.
I'm talking about Stafford was back here making pancakes, bro.
Against the Rams, Draymond Jones had 3 pressures. Jeff Simmons had 3 pressures. Hooker had 2 pressures and a sack. Barton 1 pressure. Lynch 1 pressure. Roger McQuarrie 1 pressure. End of list. One name that you did not hear for about the second or third week in a row is Arden Key, going back to last year. Arden Key is non-existent. And Jihad Ward and Draymond Jones getting more pressures than Arden Key. Roger McQuarrie getting more pressures than Arden Key for another week.
Amani Hooker being the only person that gets the sack.
And it had to be a sack against somebody like Matt Stafford, because if it was somebody else, he would have took off running. Matt Stafford just slipped and fell like he couldn't get up and needed a life alert. Like that just.
Yeah, we're on pace for 17 sacks, boys.
Man.
I don't think Jeffrey Simmons is gonna be donating that much money.
Oh, Jeff is cool. He just got his little bump today too. For accounting for the 17th game.
Did we skip him on a check?
No, so it just was the first of a new kind where nobody got paid for, like, I don't know if it was a specific year. I don't know if it was the first year we went to 17 or the year before they're just starting to get paid, but he's the first. And apparently it's going to be some trend of everybody trying to reach back and get it. But he's the first in the NFL to get it. So I guess he's setting a new standard. He switched to the same agent as Derrick Henry. So I guess he's trying to get a little bit of that money too.
I just saw the headline. I was just like, are we like trying to, are we that cheap? Like, what are we doing?
And why is it a headline of somebody getting a $700,000? Like, that's a game check. Literally, that's his game check.
Like, Amy holding the money back. This is crazy. He's like, this guy go to the stadium funds.
Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. They're like, but Amy, you're supposed to. I'm good. He can't count anyway. But it's rough, man. Our pass rush, Randy.
It's disgusting.
Just talk to us, man.
It's disgusting, man. I mean, like I said, you would have thought Matthew Stafford was working at Denny's, man. He was just surfing us up, man. I'm talking about you get some pancakes, you get bacon and eggs. I'm talking about, man, he was just back there having a field day. He was literally back there just
carving us up like a Christmas ham.
Bro, like what? Like, what are you doing? And even with those injuries, like, dog, you just would have thought we would have got more pressure. And it didn't even feel like Matthew Stafford necessarily had to get the ball out of his hands that fast. But, like, yeah, he had a field day, man. They kept killing us with that rollout play. It's just like, oh, man, you just seen levels to it, bro. It was just levels. You know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to Snead. I mean, he did good on his snaps of what he had. He's going up against elite talent. For me, he held his own. I know he caught a little bit of flack of getting beat on that double move, but I mean, you have let's just call it maybe 72 to 75% healthy Snead, and he still pretty much made Devontae Adams work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Devontae Adams didn't have an easy day. Like, he had to earn his catches. You know what I mean? And so we definitely have talent in the secondary, but, like, this pass rush is not helping that secondary, man. And when we're not getting pressure, we're getting carved up. And it's just like, man, it's just sickening to watch. Like, it's bad, man.
And it's more frustrating as a fan to me at the fact that you draft Femi Oladejo, who's considered a project in the second round. Like, that is a big pick when somebody like Mike Green was on the board. Like, somebody that probably could have helped the pass rush, like, instantly. I mean, Femi just, he's just too raw. I mean, he doesn't have any moves as far as I can see. It's just,
man, I'm not in a place where I can question Berganzi's drafting. I can't do it. I can't do it with Elic. I can't do it with Cam. I can't do it with DK. I can't do it with Gunnar Helm. I'm not in a place where I can. If he saw the vision as of right now, I'm trusting Borgo. And Mike Green was punching his girlfriend right before the draft. I can't look.
Fair.
Look.
I mean, I'm just trying to think of anybody that could potentially help us.
No, I feel what you're saying though. Like, it's one of those. But I think they also were approaching it with the mindset of not like we need to win right now. Like, I legit think that they were thinking this is going to be a 2 or 3 year rebuild, which is we're in a rebuild process, and they're hoping by year 2 and year 3 he develops the pass rush needs that he has. He's been fine setting the edge, I think, which is what they want him to do. Every time they talk about, hey, well, what about Femi and him rushing the passer? And here comes Denard. Wasn't this what he loves to say? I just like that he's violent. He sets the edge with such passion. Dog, that's not what we asked you.
Mike Green's violent too. It's just not the right violence.
That's not what we asked you, Denard. We asked you, how does he affect the passer? We didn't ask you nothing about setting the edge, Negro.
Oh, whoa!
I said Negro.
Hey, we're going
but
to
you
cut
know
off
what
this
I meant,
entire
Denard,
last
if you
30
hear this.
seconds.
Yeah.
Oh,
but no, it's pretty interesting, man. The fact that we are.
We've gone off the rails.
Yeah.
We normally have
today.
a flow to this. If you're rocking with us, hey, thank you so much. If you've been listening for these 30 minutes, thank you so much. We only got about 5 of these left, so just rock with me.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where I just wish that we, like, Jadeveon Clowney just got picked up yesterday. I wish it was us. I wish we picked up somebody.
Wouldn't come here.
He wouldn't come. He wouldn't come.
Maybe we'll get
That's
Preston
what
in
thinking,
there or
buddy.
something. But like, dude, it's just one of those things that's just rough, man. Like we can't play complementary football even like on the same side of the ball. Like, our pass rush doesn't help our corners, which puts more pressures on our linebackers to cover longer over the middle of the field. And then eventually everybody's tired, so we give a big run up in the fourth quarter. Every single fourth quarter, we're going to give up a 20-pluser. Like, it's just the way it works for us, man. And
the dam will just break.
It'll break, man. And we're at the point now where, I want to be very clear about this. We do have a coaching deficit basically every week.
We do.
We also have a talent deficit basically every week. Like, I want people to make sure that we recognize this is not a very talented team. Playing against the Rams, everybody healthy. Let's just be real here. They have a better left edge, right edge. They have a better wide receiver 1, a better wide receiver 2. We hope that changes in the future with Elic, but right now they have a better wide receiver 1 and 2. As of right now, they have a better quarterback. As of right now, they have a better right and left tackle, especially this past game. Like, they have us covered at all the major spots. The same with the Broncos, maybe quarterback, actually. Cam Moore did outplay Bo Nix. But, maybe, looking forward to the Colts, we've got an advantage at more positions than they do, maybe. But it's one of those things where, like, we also have to recognize we are at a talent deficit. We are truly in a rebuild. Please, please, please. We had a expectations episode maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago now. Please understand, temper your expectations. It's tough when you're watching your team lose and you've got friends whose teams are winning and so forth, but we are truly in a rebuild. I'm not making excuses for anybody. Our coach is not good. Our team is not good. But our talent, we knew what our talent was coming into the year. You told yourself, hey, I'm not really going to get my hopes up. I'm just excited to watch football. And then the first quarter ended and you're cussing out your screen. I get it, but just understand we do not have a talent. Like, even with a really good coach, if we had Sean McVay and we swapped, we would still only win 7 games. 7 is our ceiling with good coaching.
And that's
so
realistic.
Just understand,
that's realistic.
Like, we are not. Don't say that now, Randy.
Right, bro. What are you doing? Shut up. 11 wins.
Yeah, my line is drawn.
Hey, I'm over here. I was like, Randy's doing a lot of agreeing. Like,
he got me bought in.
He was like, now that's realistic. Now that's realistic. What is wrong with it? He's giving us 11 wins 2 days ago.
Hey, bro, that was great. He was.
Now we beat the Colts, I'm back on the trade. If we beat the Colts, I'm back.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If we beat the Colts, I'm going to stick to my 7 wins. And that's just purely off of us getting hot at the end of the season. Hot being winning 2 games in a row. But
real quick,
it's one of those. No, go ahead, jump in.
I want to ask you. Give me 2 minutes. I know we only got a few more minutes. Give me 2 minutes on Brian Callahan's leash, because if we're if we're going with that mindset of like, hey, temper expectations, we are truly in a rebuild. These fans are calling for his head, and he needs time to grow. Like, in my personal opinion, Callie is not a horrible coach, but he's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? As far as with like game planning, adjusting on the fly, you can tell he's still learning this as he goes. Like, it's a lot to take in. But do we ride with him or do we kill this? I mean, you got Cam, he's on the podium saying, hey, give me time with this guy. Like, we're slowly getting there. He's slowly letting me do my thing. But like, if we fire him before we can even see what this potential marriage could be, then we could honestly derail Cam. So I mean, what do we do?
I think that if we go into the Patriots game and we're already 0-6 when we lose that game, that's probably it. like just being real, like that's probably it. But if we win,
Rock them up, man.
That's game 7. If we go into that game 2-4 and we win that game or whatever, or if we go to 2-6, I do think his leash is longer than what the average fan thinks.
Okay.
I do think that there was a conversation at the beginning of the year where everybody set expectations. Otherwise, your GM and your president of football wouldn't have laughed if they asked him, is this a Super Bowl team? You know what I mean? Like, they literally looked at each other and laughed. I think there was a very clear conversation with Amy that said, hey, we're not very good, blah, 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 blah. And that was also prefaced by turning to Brian and saying, you haven't looked very good, and you've got to at least show us promise. I think because that conversation happened, his leash is probably till the end of the season. I do believe that. I believe unless it just flies completely off the rails. And yes, in the fourth quarter, towards the end of the games, you're not seeing his hardest play when the game, we're down 14 with 3 minutes left. I get that. I do think if you start seeing that happening coming out of halftime, and I know our teams aren't playing good out of halftime, but I do think they're playing hard the majority of the game. I personally believe that. I think once that starts slipping and the morale of the locker room starts flipping, because to be honest, owners don't care about fans. They know you're going to buy those tickets anyway. And if you don't buy those tickets, my stadium's open up anyway. We're 70% sold out on PSLs. I'm making my money back, you doggone bastard. So I'm good.
Yep. And we got Taylor Swift coming.
Yeah, like exactly. We got Taylor Swift coming to do a whole residency. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't really care about fans, but it's going to be the locker room that decides it, especially those leaders in the locker room. If Jeff just goes up to Amy, like, Amy, I can't do this. Like, it's going to be a wrap. But Cody, I'm going to shut up. Tell us your thoughts on what Randy said.
Yeah, I think that, I think he's the worst coach in the NFL. And the thing is that even in these first 2 games, like outside, like when they come out of halftime, one team makes adjustments or they're making adjustments on the fly or whatever, and they just they just make better adjustments than we do. Like, and it shows. Now the whole leash thing, I think the whole leash thing to me, it's all because in the headlines, Amy knows that she is known for having a quick trigger finger and pulling and firing these coaches. And I think she knows that. I think she's probably going to try to rewrite that history. Now knowing her, if we go over and Mike Vrabel comes in here and he's got a big old fat dip in, he's spitting Shaw into our field and everything, and they're running it up on us. I mean, that could just send her over the edge. And
the couple is right there.
Yeah. Hey, where's my button?
Do it, Cody.
Brian, we need to talk. It's time. I'm going to give you a sweet potato casserole on the way out.
But Amy.
Yes, Brian.
You're supposed to say no, but
we have Cam Ward.
We got a good young quarterback, and you ain't good enough to coach him. Get out.
That's simple. Now Cody don't know how to
just
get out
listen. I think he may get towards the end of the year, and after that, I think wrap him up. And good riddance, to be honest. I don't think he's good. Like, I listened to Stoney and Zach Lyons, and Stoney's still a firm believer in Callahan being a good coach, and I am out.
Man,
get it? Yeah, and I don't think he's a good coach. I do think he can develop and get better, but what his ceiling is right now, I think is pretty low. I think his ceiling, his peak to me right now is average, and that's not what we're looking for. That's not what win games in the NFL. And when I say
Or Super
average, not
Bowls.
like 8-8 average, but like your average coach can win 6 to 7 games every year, not like 500. So that's where I think. And again, I think they're also trying to give him grace because we're talent depleted, but at the same time, he's only got so much grace, and there's only so much he's going to take from that. So it's interesting. It's interesting. But, at the end of the day, I kind of wrap this up. I think that we're in a place where we're really going to have to make some key decisions on a few different things, but personnel being one of them and coaching. And we'll talk more about the Colts game and kind of how that aligns with the future and what that game means for the Titans for the rest of the season, because I do think that's kind of a pivot game for us. So we'll dive into that here in a few days.
Maybe a must win. I mean, like,
no, legit.
We're kind of getting to that point where, like, this coach needs a win.
He does. Yeah,
this team needs a win. Even
I think
more
we've
than the
lost
coach.
like 8 in a row.
Sure.
I mean,
sure.
that's he's 3-16, 8 by double digits. I mean, he needs a win.
Yeah, desperately, and the team needs a win. The team needs to feel that. Cam Ward needs to feel that. You know what I mean? Like, I want the team get to a point where there's an expectation that we can win every game. You'll get to a certain point where you're losing so much, it's the expectation of, like, outwardly you're like, let's go, but in reality you're like, maybe. You know what I mean? And we just got to get past that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Really excited to dive into this season with you guys. A rough loss for us in the Rams game. I know we didn't talk a ton about that game specifically, but I think we didn't because it's a microcosm of where we think we are this year. But we've got a chance to turn that around this coming week at home against the Colts. We're going to be breaking that down here. The episode will likely come out Thursday morning for you guys to digest that and give us your opinions. But give us your opinion on this episode. Tell us, we want to have a screenshot of what you feel like right now. So drop in the comments what you feel about the team right now. What's the state of the union? Who needs to go? Who sucks? Who's actually good that we're not talking enough about? Shout out Tony Pollard, 4.6 per carry.
Hey, 92 yards.
Give you enough.
Shout
But
out
anyways,
Tony.
we're going to drop for today, but cannot wait to dive into the episode where we preview the Colts and Titans. Holla at us later. Pressman out.
Pressman.